this week, Jerry Saltz tweeted something to the effect that if he's critical of an artist that self-identifies as something, he's criticized for being critical of that artist who self-identifies as whatever, unless, of course, it's a white male. And, I feel sorry for Jerry in that sense because his job is so hard these days. Everyone is up in arms about them being identified as him, her, she, it, this, that, the other. And at the end of the day, if it's bad art, it's bad art. If it's a bad painting, it's a bad painting. And like he said, we owe it to each other and we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to great art to be able to speak plainly about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when next I upload. Thanks. Hi, welcome to another episode of Art World Confessions. So today I'm going to speak about something. Again, I have a whole list of things I want to speak about for different episodes, but this one just popped up in my brain again this week because I got an email from one of the auction houses showing a painting by a very young artist, white female artist, for $200,000 to $300,000 estimate. And this particular painting is a brown painting. It's very blah. Just looking at it, it has a girl with her eyes cast to the side, and she's looking at a spilled jug of water, and next to her a hand is popping up from a table similar to where I am, holding another jug with a flower in it, and then there's a painting of a white jug behind her on the brown wall with the brown wallpaper. Again, this is an art world darling who has popped up in the last couple of years, and I'm not saying that she's not a good painter. She's probably a great painter, but not every great painter makes great paintings all the time. I mean, just look at Picasso, for example. Everything from Picasso sells because it's Picasso, but he didn't always make masterpieces. Anyways, I just wanted to ask a question. Are you bored by the art you see selling in some galleries? I won't even put it as paintings. Let's just say art in general. Although there are so many boring paintings, bad boring paintings out there. I have a list of artists I could go through and people will probably hate me for saying exactly what they all think. But I completely understand one art collector, contemporary art collector, who says he doesn't collect contemporary painting. I mean, there's so much work out there that's this boring sort of abstract slash figurative slash surrealist type painting that has been done so much better even recently in the last 100 years. So why would we, or why should we, be pushing all these artists on people and celebrating all this stuff, which is basically nothingness? It's worse than what this collector would call decoration. And the other big pet peeve I have right now are all these graphic designers who are throwing up works in galleries and selling for hundreds and thousands of dollars. I mean, so much of this stuff is just that, graphic design, and worse than decoration. It's just, I mean, again, I don't want to make this a channel or a series just about ranting about the art world, but it's like, come on guys, do we really want to just be an example of a society, of a culture in collapse? Is there nothing else that we can offer? I mean, I see lots of great art out there, but it's not anywhere in the art world. I look from video game design, I look at fashion, there's so much great art that's not a part of the art world. And why is that? Because the vested interests in the Western art world just don't acknowledge anything that's not of quote-unquote market value. And the whole system is complicit, from the galleries that bring these artists up, to the collectors who buy them, to the auction houses that promote them and sell them and make their market value, to, I mean, every part of the system is just really not working right. I mean, just behind me, I have one great Armenian artist, Arshak Sarkisian. He's shown in some places in Europe, and he has presence in some galleries and in some museum spaces. But for the most part, people don't pay attention if you show them a great drawing anymore. I mean, if you have a big name already, people are probably going to pay attention to you. But for someone who isn't quote unquote established, well, you might as well forget about it. Another great artist that I've been looking at over the last couple of years is Wildriana Paulino, a young Dominican artist who graduated from Cooper Union recently, and she's had quite a few group exhibitions and a solo exhibition when she graduated from the program. And you know, again, her work is really above and beyond so much stuff. I mean, she reminds me in some ways of Anna Mendieta, and unfortunately we know how that story with Anna ended. It ended actually with another art world darling whose work is really, I mean, just not to say the F-bomb, but really boring. And again, this is an artist who went on to be supported by the art world, by his gallerist, by the market, by collectors, in spite of all the stuff around his partner's passing, or should we just say death. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I had a few names that I'd like to drop in this, but I thought better of it because, like I said, you know, these people are very powerful who I'm talking about, and they have a lot of contacts throughout the art world, and I know them extremely well, and I see these people all the time, and you know, I have nothing against them, but it's like at the end of the day, come on, we can all do better, and we should all hold each other to higher standards. It's like we're creating this thing for the future. Art history is exactly that. It's a history of art. It's a history of our society. It's a history of our culture. By all means, don't just accept bottom feeder work and boring work and wallpaper work and it's just, seriously. Anyways, thanks for joining me here today. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, share this with all of your art friends, and meet me here again soon for another episode of Art World Confessions. Thanks for being here. Have a great week.